receipts today. Okay, let's get this aside first. I'm the professor and I live in Mexico, but I'm not Mexican. Right now I'm in El Paso, Texas, and I'm about to go pass over the border again, but I'm doing it with not one, not two, but three passports. How did I do that? Okay, let's talk about these passports first. First of all, I started off with a military passport, and as soon as that expired, I got another one and another one and another one, and after 20 plus years, I got my last three. Got my last three with me right now. This is the most current, okay? This is the one I'm here in Mexico with that I actually got in Mexico when I renewed this one, okay? Which was, once you turn these in, they cut holes in them and then, they're no good anymore. But you can still use them as ID, okay? So just so you guys see, that's me right there, as you can see. Now, let's look at all the stamps, okay? Because that's what we're going to talk about today, is the stamps that go in the passport when you pass the border and what you want to need to do. What's up, Mr. Goodbread and XL Pros are in the house. Today, I'm going to show the receipts of all the stamps that I have in my passports, okay? Coming up right now. Okay, so what we got here, this is you see what that is? That's a visa for Colombia. That's my sorry ass. But you can see up here, I got all these stamps for all these countries, different countries I've been to over the years. So you guys can see, these are all for, let's see. Let's take a look at them and see what they are. I can't see shit. It's all so blurry and messy. So, but it's literally every page on here is stamped. So you guys know, this is what a Passport Bros passport looks like, okay? All these little stamps, that's Costa Rica, I think, or Panama, one of those two. All right? And you want to make sure you got at least one page left before you renew your passport. You got to make sure when you leave, do anything like that. You want to make sure you have all your stuff in order, okay? So once you're done and you have this many stamps, then you gotta go get another one. As you can see, I got another one here, but this is much thinner, right? Why is that so skinny? Well, this is a 52 pager, and this is a temporary one that they give you while you're waiting for this one to be renewed. So I have two here now, okay? So it's two passports. Third passport, brand new, thank you very much. As you can see there, as melanated as I could possibly be, being a bodybuilder and all that stuff. Look at that. You see that, guys? Look at that face. That's what I look like when I'm on stage bodybuilding. Okay? Because they spray paint you. Okay? So that's nothing I did, but it's a requirement when you bodybuild, you have to look dark as shit so your muscles show up on stage. 1, 2, 3 passports. Now let's talk about these countries that I've been through. Okay? We can start with the one that I left most recently, and let's just talk about that, which, look at that face, you guys. Good God, look at that face. Terrible. This is old, man. Look how white I am. Look how pasty I am in that. I was leaving out of Germany by duress. Under duress. See, what happened was my ex-girlfriend stole my passport. Stole my money. Stole my debit card. And sent 2 guys to beat my ass. As you can see, I didn't have to deal with none of that shit. 2 Russian guys tried to come after me. I spoke to them real fast in Serbian, and they left me alone. My ex-girlfriend wanted me to go to jail for something, looking for anything. She called the cops on me. Anything she could do to make my life difficult. Because the purpose for that, because she was intending on taking the kid away from me because of the way that I was with her. And I commend you for that. Hey, I would break up with me too. But it's been 20-something years, and basically my son's head the entire time has been filled with nonsense that his mom told him. So that may explain a lot. Why do you got so many passports, and why do you got to go to so many countries? I don't have to, but I'm a free man. That's the thing. I paid off my child support, which is another lie that she told my son, that I never paid any child support. Well, guess what, kids? You can't get a passport. You can't get a passport, and you can't get one renewed if you owe more than $1,500 in back child support. Well, it just so happened that I paid off all my child support for that kid. And his mom said, yeah, we only saw like a couple $100. Like, bitch, that was $250,000 US that you got. I know, because I have the receipts for all of it. So anyway, my boy is telling me, yeah, she said you didn't pay anything. You're a deadbeat. You're a loser. And I would be like, well, yeah, it's true. All that is true. There's nothing that you could say to me that's going to hurt my feelings because I did all that shit. Right? Well, you can't get a passport if you owe child support. Well, guess what? I paid off all my child support so you guys could see the motherfucking receipts are right here. Okay? Y'all saw my picture. That's me. You see my picture. That's my fat fucking ass in that picture. And these are all the receipts for all the countries, all over Europe, all over South America, all over Central America. Okay? Ain't no shame in my game. Okay? I got nothing to be ashamed of here, bros. So if you owe child support, that's on you. But I'm going to tell you guys something. Just because you owe child support doesn't mean that you can't move on with your life, especially if you're being alienated. I was being fucking alienated, which means you can't see your kid because your ex either makes it impossible or she just takes him. The kid was taken away to fucking Turkey. How the fuck am I supposed to find that kid? I found him 22 years later. 22 years later, guys. 22 years later, I found my kid because the fucking Department of Defense at Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany helped me locate that kid. And I talked to him for a month. He basically is like, your lies and all your lies. Like, look, kid, I'm trying to tell you everything. I'm told you all the shit. I'm showing the receipts now. I'm showing the receipts because this kid does not even believe that I paid him any child support. I'm like, give me a break, dude. First of all, I'm in the United States right now. I just passed using this fucking passport to cross the border into the U.S. I got no problems right now, honey boy. And I haven't for a long fucking time. Second, and if you guys have not experienced this, this is probably the worst. One of the things that this kid said, his mom said about me, was she said that I was a paranoid schizophrenic. So you guys know what paranoid schizophrenic is. It's... What's up, Chester? Man, I'm sitting here. I'm showing the receipts tonight. If you don't know, I'm showing all the receipts, you guys. Right there. Not one. Not two. But 3 passports that are filled to the brim with all the fucking stamps. So I ain't playing around. Okay? So I don't lie to you guys. I've told you this from the word go. I do not want to lie to you guys about fucking anything ever. Because it's easier for me to tell the truth than it is to lie. Especially to you guys. Because I know. Well, anyway, let's get back to this. Because, see, my ex told my son that one of the reasons why she alienated me was because I'm an alcoholic. Well, I'm 21 years sober now. My son is now 22. Thank you for pointing that out. 2, she told the courts that I was a danger to this kid because I was an alcoholic. But this was 5 years after I was sober. I even showed the judge my fucking medallion from Alcoholics Anonymous, you cunt. How you like that move? So there was none of that. So she found out she couldn't do anything, so she took the kid to Turkey, and then I didn't see him again. People on Ramstein Air Force Base in the Kaiserslautern military community helped me track that kid down. And a month ago, I was able to talk to him. We were doing fine, and once his mom found out that I was talking to him, she just started filling his head with all the stuff that she had lied to him about to begin with, which was that I'm the asshole who took off. Now, where did I take off to? According to this, I was in Germany the entire fucking time until he was about 15 years old, which he told me on the phone a few weeks ago that he had actually looked me up on Facebook, but he didn't contact me. And he saw what I was doing, and he didn't contact me. Then he tells me, my mom says that I have brothers and sisters everywhere. Well, that's a good one, considering I had a vasectomy after this boy was born. So I wasn't able to have any more kids. So that's lie number 3. 1 is that I was schizophrenic or paranoid or whatever. And you know what's crazy is that he tells me he's paranoid. He has paranoia. And you know what? That would indicate that his mom told him that, so he believed that about me, and that came upon him. And it was fucked up is that the German government, thank you XL Pros, the German government did nothing to fucking help me. Okay? The German government did its best to hide her identity, hide her address. I mean, comes down to me calling out the whole Kaiserslautern military community to help me find my son in Germany, and they were more than happy to help me. Because I explained his story. I said, look, I was alienated. After I came back from the fucking war, she took off. Okay? Kid wasn't even born yet. That's another thing. This kid is telling me that other kids in his family talked to me and he knew all this stuff about me. And I was like, who are you talking about? One kid named Olcan, that's his cousin. He's in Turkey too. Okay? Olcan wasn't even a year old. Wasn't even a year old when I met this dude's mother. So he, literally, I left before he was a year, little over a year and a half. So he's telling me that a year and a half old boy observed me talking and having conversations and all this other stuff. And I was fine. I'm like, how does he even know that? He was a baby. He wasn't even 2 years old. Yeah, he told me this. And I'm, oh, please. Come on. And let's see. He said that his mom said I gave him some kind of infection from cheating, and I was like, probably. There's no question about it. I was cheating because she was a cunt. What do you expect me to stick around and listen to all that? I told him that too. I didn't say she was a cunt. I said, dude, you don't understand. You know what she's like. What man in his right mind would deal with that? You think that's fucking normal? And he's like, I was like, whatever, kid. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry you feel that way. But I'm going to talk about receipts and what you guys need to do in the event you need to pass the border. Okay? So, like I said, the reason why these holes are here is because once this passport is expired or it's full, as in there's no more spaces available in the back of that passport you got. You want to get the passport that has 52 pages when you do. Okay? So let's go back in time. We're going to go back in time. And we'll read the receipts. How about that? Does that sound good? I may have to get my glasses out because some of these are real hard to read. Okay. So, entrance. See, what they do when you come into country is they stamp it when you come in and they stamp it when you leave. So that means that every time you get into one country, you got an exit stamp. You want to make sure you guys have space for that exit stamp and entrance stamp. When you're coming into Mexico, you don't need to you just need to show your passport and be like, get the fuck in here. They don't want visas from you. They always say, so when are you guys going to be done here? Never tell them never. You always tell them you're coming back. You don't want them to, these people to think you're jumping into their country and you're just hauling ass for whatever fucking reason. Don't do that. You just tell them, oh, yeah, I'm here for a vacation and come and check things out. That's it. You don't need to tell them anything. You do need to have an itinerary where you're going to be staying at. That's helpful because they will ask you for it. When I flew into Mexico City for Mr. Mexico IFBB Pro, I had a taco box full of steroids in my suitcase because when you're a bodybuilder at pro level, you take steroids. And I didn't give a fuck because I was a pro bodybuilder and you make 30 grand when you make one first place, you're going to take steroids. I don't take gear anymore, none of that shit. So you guys know, I'm 50 fucking years old and I probably don't compete like I used to. But, motherfuckers, I got nothing but stamps in these passports for all the competitions, all the bodybuilding shows I've done over all these years. Okay? So each one of these stamps is another country where I was in a bodybuilding show and I probably won. Okay? So each one of these, two of these stamps equals 30,000 US dollars. That right there. Each one of these stamps. That's how much money you can make doing bodybuilding when you're a dirtbag, like I was. The bad thing about being a dirtbag, when you're a bodybuilder, all you do is go out with girls from the gym, bikini models, and you know what I mean? They're all mostly, I'm not saying all of them, are whores and fucking liars. Okay? And since they know that you make this kind of money, you know, being a bodybuilder, being in the condition you are, that's the kind of guy that these chicks go for. You basically go home with the winners. Prior to a bodybuilding show, I'd go backstage, I would check out all bikini models, and I have an eye for this thing, so I know who's going to win. And I would just go basically pick out the very biggest, best looking chicks, and I would just position myself just right as to be noticed. Okay? Hey, look. I'm a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy in Latin America. I fucking stand out. Especially with these bright eyes like this. Hello. And those Latinas are like, who's that guy? And then I would have the social proof mafia go through, and they would know who I was. People who knew who I was would say, that's that Güero. Güero means blondie. What else? You can guarantee they're mostly cheaters. Almost all the women in the bodybuilding, fitness, bikini, anything industry has to do with fitness, either is a cheater or was a cheater, or you're probably cheating with them and they probably aren't telling you, which is nuts because most of their husbands are big bodybuilders, or they're just rich guys that could X you out. I don't recommend being a cheater. I stopped doing all that bullshit anyway. I don't think the Rockera would like that too much. You guys like her. You know what I think? I think that's fucking wonderful that you guys support me as much as you do. Amor, ¿quieres saludos, muchachos? See? And she doesn't have a problem. She loves you guys. She hears the words that I say, and she believes in me. So believe me, she believes in you. All right? Saludos, man. Look at that. You see? We ain't no shame in our game, man. I'm not even kidding you guys. Oh yeah, TRT. I'm definitely on TRT. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I told you guys to stop doing all the gear, stop doing all the animal stuff. And yeah, how do I do? I do TRT. I do 250 a week of a stuff called Nebido. Nebido is a long-acting testosterone. Deconate. Okay, testosterone deconate lasts ridiculous, like 10 weeks for one shot. So I do one every 4 weeks. Okay, you don't have to deal with none of that. If you want to be bodybuilder style, you need to take at least 500 milligrams a week. If you want to be pro bodybuilder, you need to take 750 to 1,000 a week, which adds up. I don't recommend none of that unless you're a pro level bodybuilder. There's no need for it. So anyway, she's gonna say hi. We're visiting some people right now in Texas, so we're good to go. Love. Amor, ¿quieres un café? Yeah, poco más leche. Gracias. So anyway, all right. So where have I been? What countries have I been to on these passports? Let's take a look. Because some of these are hard to read. Some of them are in Arabic. Some of them are in Tamil. This isn't the right one. Oh shit. Tamil, German, Italian, Spanish. Spanish that is. Portuguese being Portugal. Okay, Nicaragua. The hell is this? It's got to be Panama. Nicaragua, Panama, Costa Rica, El Salvador. I can't read this. Aruba, Curacao, Colombia, Venezuela. I can't read this at all. Oh, this is Medellin because it says MDE right there on the sticker. Because I didn't fly into Medellin. That's what you see right there. So that was... Oh, yeah. No fucking way. What? No fucking way. 2014? When the fuck was I there? I don't remember that. I don't drink. You guys remember that shit? I stopped drinking 21 years ago. I don't give a fuck. I don't remember being here. When the hell was I here? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, we're going to look at it because I can't see because it's faded, man. So faded. And some of these are fucked up. I can't really tell. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read them. All right, so yeah, okay. Ecuador, Chile, Peru, Argentina, and we're back in Colombia otra vez, Cali. When the fuck did I fly into? When did we fly into Cali? Huh. Okay, whatever. So that's that one. Okay. I'm not sure what the hell is in this one. See, these temporary ones they give you, they're only for you to pass the border, and wait for your new passport and come back. Okay, so that's what you got right there. So yeah, I've been to about 60 countries. So 60 countries over, what year is this? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys this. Hey, I'm live again. What do you know? For the invasion of the first Gulf War, I went to Kuwait, I went to Saudi Arabia first, and I went to Kuwait. And while I was in Kuwait, went to Turkey, went to Bahrain. Bahrain is a little island off the coast of Saudi Arabia, which is like Las Vegas. In fact, there's a Passport Bros that's one of my subscribers that is in Kuwait right now. No, excuse me, not in Kuwait. He's in Saudi Arabia right now. And on the weekend or so, he went to some compounds like fucking Club Med or some shit. Amazing. Singapore? Or is that Kuwait? I can't even see. They look so similar. All the Arab states have similar flags. Kind of like Colombia, Venezuela, and Ecuador have the same flags. Okay, gracias. Okay, bueno. No, está perfecto. Gracias. That's Saudi. I see that one. That says there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his father, nor his prophet. That's what the Saudi flag says. Now, when I got... Okay. There's a few medals that you get when you are stationed overseas. You get the... Let's see if it's an expeditionary medal. If it is... What was it? The Kuwaiti Liberation Medal. You guys don't even know this about me, but I do have a medal for heroism. Thank you very much. And I got it as a two-striper, guys. It's unheard of to have something like that as a two-striper. And I was so young, man. I was like a baby. I was so scared. I was on stage with this guy who's an astronaut. And he gave me the Air Force Commendation Medal for saving a guy's life, just so you guys know. I did 2 tours in the fucking desert. And you know what's crazy is my son's mother said that I wasn't any of that. And you know what's funny is I have my DD-214. You guys Marines, all you fucking Air Force guys, you're laughing because you know me better than that. Okay? And that's sad because here it is a kid that has an opportunity to reconnect with his father. And he wanted to, but then he doesn't want to because every time I would contradict what his mother told about me, he would call me a liar. You're lying to me. I'm like, look, kid, I already told you there's nothing for me to gain at this point for lying to you. Think about that, guys. Kid's like trying his hardest to defend his mother. And I'm like, kid, look, I have a passport. I have 1 passport. I have 2 passports. I have 3 passports. I have a global entry card, which means I'm not a fucking danger to anybody. I'm not a criminal. What the hell's wrong with you? And see, that's the hard part, man. I'm trying to reconnect with this kid, but he's very fucking just abrasive and combative, and he sounds like a black woman, to be honest with you. Just like... Because his mom talked like that. You know what I'm saying? His mom talked like that. She was ghetto as fuck, too, man. And he's sitting there trying to talk to me how great she was. I was like, look... When I was with her, I was a fuckboy, okay? There was nothing special about her. I was 10 years younger than her, okay? I'm some young dude that she met. So you guys know, Turkish women and Muslim women don't marry Americans. And if they do, they're considered what's called çok ayup, which is Turkish for very embarrassing person in the family, basically. Once you become çok ayup, you're done. Your family won't talk to you. It's like losing a face in China or in Thailand or whatever. You lose face, nobody will talk to you, nobody will do shit. Oh, look at this. We have visitors, you guys. But guys, we're going to get back to this, I promise. I show you the receipts, but I want to show you some more. A DD-214 is discharge papers when you get out of the military. You cannot retire without that shit, okay? It says what all your medals were, how long your time in service was, and your fucking name. So, that's what I gotta say about that. I'm the professor, you guys, and I gotta check out because I got visitors, man. And I'm in Texas, I gotta speak English.